So, as you guys know, I went on vacation for a while. I saw some pretty awesome stuff and also had to endure the stupidity that is my country's embassy. Why was I at the South African embassy in Hungary of all places? Before we get to that, hi, how you doing? I'm Chocobirb with my good friend Advocate, and we rant and tell stories about our existence. You rant and tell stories, I judge you, ask questions, and make you think twice. Yeah, that's right, you're pretty good at that. So, moving on. You see, Romania doesn't have an embassy for South Africa, so the closest one is in Sofia, Bulgaria, but apparently their service is very questionable. So the next option was Hungary, which is hundreds of kilometers away from Bucharest. Why do you need to go to the embassy anyway? To renew my passport, of course. I need to change my surname on it, and also it expires next year, so knowing my country and how fast they deliver things, it's optimal to go now. But before that, we're gonna go some places first. We decided to make a vacation out of it. My mother-in-law is the sweetest thing on earth, and she takes good care of me and my husband. So we said, okay, let's take Mom on holiday with us. So the three of us set out to our first destination, the small town known for its pottery in the mountainside called Horezu. They even have pottery on the kami blocks too, which is rather unique. There was also this picture of a pot house, and no, not that kind of pot house, a literal pot house. It's cute. Next, we went to the monastery of Horezi, which is super beautiful and still following old traditions where women are not really allowed inside if they show too much skin. I wore shorts and a tank top, so I couldn't really go inside to get a good look. Regardless, it was a very nice area. From there, we went more off-road or rural road between the mountains, and boy was it beautiful. Green surrounded every area around us, plus the mountain chain peeking above the forestry. Never have I seen a road so beautiful and so tranquil before. Definitely worth seeing. Going between the mountains, we stopped at the next area, Buile Herculane. This place is hot spring central. A river of thermal waters flowing through the valley, and the scenery just as gorgeous as you relax in the springs. This town is right in the middle of the valley, so you can soak up some lovely mountain air. And by far, this area was my favorite out of the whole trip. Moving on next, we have the town of Lugos, where we stayed at my aunt's place, and what I really like about this area in general is how the houses are built. They're chained into each other, with some even having patterns imprinted or engraved into the building itself. By far is this one of my favorite areas in the country for architecture. Next up was one of Romania's most well-known cities, Timișoara. The city has a super fancy-looking cathedral with mosaic-patterned rooftops and is iconic to the city. My husband and I have some great friends here, and I have to mention this burger place, cause oh lord was the food good. Go to Bun Burger, guys. It's fantastic. I cannot say it enough. You have not tasted a proper homemade burger if you haven't tried this place. My fellow people in Timișoara, please go support this amazing burger place. You won't regret it. And speaking of promoting, this video is sponsored by me. Yes, I bring to you commissions of all kinds. My best-selling chibi commissions going for only €5. It's super cheap, it's superb quality from Chocobirb-Illustrations, and there are more than enough slots open for them. Back to the journey. So, from Timișoara, it was time to go to Budapest. Apart from lovely villages and towns along the way, we also saw tons of wild poppies out in the fields. It was marvelous. And since Romania joined the Schengen zone, passing through borders have never seemed so smooth and easy before. And by before, I mean I didn't have to get a visa for the country again. So passing the border into the nice Hungarian countryside was a peaceful, blissful experience. The town and villages were unbelievably beautiful too. Next, we entered Budapest, and of course this city is massive. It's my second time in Hungary, and just like the last time, it never ceases to amaze me how lovely this city is, especially in the night. Oh man, is walking by the Danube River in the night a sight to behold, as the bridges light up, and the buildings along with them looking so magnetically stunning. As expected of a great big city like this, there is just a lot to be seen. Too much, in fact, for one trip alone. And we were at some iconic places in the central area. What I can totally recommend is the Flipper Museum, the perfect place for us gaming nerds. If you happen to like medieval shows and good food, I also recommend Sir Lancelot's. Here you can fill your belly with the best beer and food served medieval style. Now on to the bane of my existence part of the video. My passport. Are you sure you want to bore the audience? Hell no, there was nothing boring about this trip. We went in, filled some documents, the usual crap you'd find at this kind of place. And when we finished, that was that, right? Wrong! We were sent all over Budapest looking for a photo place that would take passport-size photos because the bloody embassy didn't have a photo machine. You know, that could take photos right there. God knows it was unbelievable. Right, so we hopped from place to place all over the city hoping we'd get a person somewhere who would be willing to snap some photos of me looking like a criminal and printing it, right? It wasn't so easy. After what seemed like ages, we finally found a place, and God bless this kind old man's soul from this shop here, because he was able to help out quickly and super efficiently. We returned to the embassy after lunch hour and then finished the application. Thank God is what we thought, until an hour later I see missed calls and emails from the embassy again. It turned out that they had forgot to let me sign the application. You know, the most important part? Lord help us, we rushed back to the embassy. I signed the damn application. This was it. Nothing more was expected of us. We could finally leave. Half a day wasted on bureaucratic nonsense, we headed back to the accommodation because we were just too tired. The next day, we left Budapest and Hungary, on to our next destination. Yeah, we were still on vacation. So next up was Oradea, back in Romania. For the record, if you are booking Airbnb, you can be rest assured that you will find super affordable prices and really solid apartments to stay in. We headed to the zoo there, a small selection of wildlife to see, and we also went to the Citadel, or Bastion, in Old Town. It was really nice, and the city in general is amazing. After Oradea, we made our way to Cluj-Napoca, home of the country's technological hub. Here you'll find loads to see and lots to do. My favorite part of the trip there was the amazing Transylvanian Steampunk Museum, filled with all sorts of awesome gadgets that they made themselves. I highly recommend this place next time you're there. For all my nature fanatics here, you will want to see the botanical gardens. It's like an oasis of forests and flora in the middle of the city, and it's super refreshing to see their greenhouses too. Coming near the end of our trip, we had our next destination, which was Salina Turda, one of the renowned salt mines in the area. It was smaller in size compared to other salt mines, but it was lovely to breathe in the salty air. It's a great place to cool down from the heat, as well as enjoy some relaxing activities like ping pong, mini golf, and taking a boat ride inside the mine. Yeah, there was an island inside the mine surrounded by water. It was rather interesting to see, considering what is happening to the mines around the country, especially like what happened to Salina Pride. Being completely shut down, it's recommended that you go see these salt mines while they're still operational. After the mines, we had a nice swim at the salt baths in Turda. Though the water wasn't in the greatest condition, it was still fun, floating on top of the surface, since salt water is highly compacted, which makes it denser and therefore pushes your body up. Don't think about diving down, because it's gonna be super hard. From the baths, we took a super nice scenic road towards the small town of Hunedoara to visit the medieval castle known as Corven's Castle. Absolutely stunning. The view is amazing, the history is fascinating, a definite 10 out of 10 from me. The next day was going home day. Yeah, the vacation came to an end, but the road home was magnificent. We stopped by the red mountains of Rapa-Rosia, which reminded me of the mountains back home, but beautiful all the same. The next segment of the road was amazing. We drove through a passage in the mountains with this surrounding us, green as far as the eye can see, and just look at it. It's beautiful, peaceful, stunning. I couldn't get enough of this road. This passage was called the Transalpina, one of the two roads crossing the mountains, and right on top of the mountains was a massive lake. I didn't expect to see a lake, of all things, at the top, but it was amazing, and also an awesome sight to conclude our trip. So, ladies and gents, that concludes all the hotspots we've been to on our 7-day trip, and I would gladly go again. Thank you all for joining me on this journey. Stay safe, happy, healthy, and see you next time. Chocobirb signing off. Bye now!